Good morning, everybody. Hello. I'm gonna do some catch-up tutorials. So I'm gonna catch you up on how to make these fill patterns, as well as these fill patterns. I'll do that in this short video. So let's get started. Using a medium round black liner, and I'm gonna create some spaces to make some fill patterns. Let's make 4 spaces, just to kind of give some space to do the work. Inside those spaces, I'm going to just create some what I would call mountain spaces, just so you can see kind of how these fill patterns work in a random space. Mountain spaces. Gonna start with one that I think is probably the most simple. So inside this space, I'm gonna start by drawing some lines that are vertical. And I'm gonna double these lines up. So I'm just gonna draw 2 lines together, and I'm gonna space them across this whole shape randomly. So I don't want to have any normal set space. So I'm just spacing them randomly, and I'm drawing 2 lines with each one. As always, notice I'm not using a ruler. Just to kind of reiterate, you do not need to use a ruler for this. This is just about kind of drawing quickly and keeping your spacing a little bit out of the... There's no rhyme or reason to it, just kind of a balanced spacing here. So I've drawn these lines. I'm actually going to turn my piece of paper now, my canvas, and I'm going to draw more of those parallel lines. And again, I'm going to be spacing these randomly. And what I'm doing across this space is I'm just creating some unique spaces. I'm just breaking up this space in kind of a fun, unique way. And I've seen some people that have done fill patterns similar to this, and they're making their lines not straight at all. So their lines are angular, and that kind of creates an interesting view as well. Also, if you vary your line thickness on this, that makes that interesting. So I'm just continuing all the way across with my fairly random spacing and my double sets of lines. One thing that I am kind of being conscious of is I'm trying not to line up so that any of these, if you went all the way across, there are almost no lines. Like, I can't connect that line with any other one. So I'm kind of being conscious of that. And again, in being conscious of that, that makes it more random, which is more visually interesting. After I've done that, I'm going to turn it back, and I'm going to go back across the whole thing again. I'm going to do what I've just done. So I'm going to add more of those kind of double sets of lines. You can do one, I would say, in each of these kind of square or rectangle spaces, but you do not have to. And again, just kind of making sure that they are placed in a way that does not have any kind of order. So there I just skipped a space. I kind of did that on purpose, just to kind of keep it not orderly. Working my way all the way across. What's cool about creating these spaces, especially if you're going to do kind of the mountain landscape that we've been working on, is that these spaces create new spaces where you can kind of place objects or other kind of fun things. So I'm going to add one more here. I could continue to do this. You could continue to fill this space with more of the, if you follow that pattern, it's kind of an interesting way to fill this space. But I'm also going to show you here just kind of a quick, I'm going to fill this space with a small cabin. So there's a small cabin on this mountain. Kind of interesting. Maybe over here I'll do a little tree. here I'll do another tree. All right, super short video. I'm actually gonna stop there. I'm gonna make a video for each one of these, so you can check out the other ones as well.